Good morning, Florida lacrosse fans. Lee Roggenberg, Morning Coffee with Florida Lacrosse News, April 6th. Relatively quiet night volume-wise around the state, but some pretty good games, some interesting scores from last night. Tonight is a docket full of great games around the state. Our new girls top 15 this week, including a look at the strength of schedule of the top teams. SSC awards. Let's get right to it. Okay, last night, Westminster Christian with a 15-9 win over Ransom Everglades. Cocoa Beach 12-8 over West Shore. Lake Wales the 8-7 win over Lakeland Christian. East Ridge 13-8 over Apopka. Cypress Creek 13-10 over Sun Lake. Cypress Bay with a 12-5 win over North Broward Prep. We have Buchholz 11-3 over Lincoln. By the way, Lincoln, just a shout out on your tweets. You do a great job of game day stuff. I do take notice and keep it up. Mandarin, the 14-5 win over Atlantic Coast. I didn't see the Holy Trinity Melbourne score. Wellington, Wiregrass Ranch, Jupiter, Steinbrenner, Dr. Phillips, Windermere, all of easy wins. Didn't see the Bowles Lee score. We would assume that if that was played, Bowles won comfortably. And then we had some interesting things. It looks, when I was checking matchups last night, it looked like Timber Creek had a 1-goal lead late against Boone. Didn't see the final score posted. If that held, that's a nice upset win for Timber Creek. Then we had Plant with the 11-8 win over Newsom at home, overcoming, I believe they said on the tweets that it was an 8-2 Newsom lead at one point. So, great performance again by Newsom, but an even better one by Plant to come from behind for that win. And then very interesting, Cardinal Mooney, which was up 7-3 at the half, was caught by Gulf Coast. And Gulf Coast with a 13-12 win at Cardinal Mooney. That's a terrific win for Gulf Coast this year. I'm sure the atmosphere must have been terrific for that one. And game I covered last night, Battle of Two Independents. I called it the other side of the coin. Atlantic with the 14-6 win over Olympic Heights. Atlantic's program's been around for a while, almost always as an independent. Olympic Heights, this is their third year. Former Boca Raton head coach Chris Holly became the athletic director over there. Brought in Brian Lejeune, former player of his, to be the head coach. Obviously, dealing with COVID 2 years in a row for a team that's only been around 3 years is a very difficult chore. But I just, it's important that even though these are independents, meaning they're not part of the varsity, not part of the brackets, to encourage them to, because one day you hope they will step up and be varsity programs over the long run too. And we shouldn't just ignore them just because they're not part of an FHSAA district. Now tonight, boy, oh boy. First of all, we got Lake Mary, Vieira, Northside Christian, and Bartow all in action against for games that they really should win. Gulliver Prep is hosting Western, two high-end teams there. Stoneman hosting American Heritage Del Rey. Boone, hoping to get back on the winning track, if I'm right, hosting First Academy. All Saints hosts Calvary Christian in the Tampa area. Menendez is hosting Nice. It's a chance for Menendez to get a signature win for their program. Lakeland is hosting Mitchell. Barron Collier is hosting Venice. Providence is hosting Fleming Island. Boca Raton is hosting Oxbridge. We'll see if Oxbridge rebounds from their last defeat. And then we get to some really big-time games. First of all, we've got Lake Brantley hosting Haggerty. Haggerty have a chance for a signature win against the Lake Brantley team that's been playing very well second half of the year. We've got Providence hosting Fleming Island, if I didn't mention that one. Jesuit is hosting Canterbury. 2 9-2 schools, both highly ranked in 1A, I believe, number 4 and number 8. This is the type of year over in the Gulf Coast where teams have just taken turns beating each other. And this one is, you always know of Canterbury what you're getting on defense, and I'll be interested to see how Jesuit attacks that. Now, a really intriguing potential trap game. Riverview, which has been playing very well this year, 11-2, is hosting Plant. Now, Plant obviously spent a lot last night with their come-from-behind win over Newsom. Riverview, I did see. I've only seen Plant on the stream. I can say that Riverview potentially will give them all they can handle. They are also ranked this year, and would not surprise me if Riverview came away with the win. It's going to take an awful lot from Plant to win this game after what they went through last night. And then in maybe the most surprising matchup of undefeateds this late in the season, I certainly didn't see this coming. I don't know if anyone really saw this coming, but 12-0 Winter Park is hosting 9-0 Oviedo. And if you are able to get to that game, that is just extraordinary. Both teams have played marvelous years. There's been wins that sort of open the eyes. This matchup should go right down to the wire, you would think. And this is kind of for supremacy in the Orlando area this year for 2A. So get out and see that game if you can. Okay, and on the girls' side, in top 15 action yesterday, Steinbrenner's score wasn't posted. They were playing Robinson. I assume that if it was played, it was a fairly easy game. Lake Brantley of the 8-5 win over Oviedo. And the Ponte Vedra Haggerty score was not posted. If that game was played, I'll have to hold off and bring that up tomorrow. Tonight, Cardinal Mooney's hosting ranked community school. First Academy is hosting state number 1 Lake Island Prep. Berkeley is hosting Wiregrass Ranch. Ponte Vedra is hosting Bowles. And Haggerty hosts a 10-1 Edgewood team, another team that's kind of lurked a little bit outside the top 15. And again, a chance for that signature win for the season to get them potentially ranked. Now, before I get into the new girls' top 15, just like on the boys' side, where I checked the strength of schedule and ranked them for the 2 classes as part of the poll article, I took a look to see how Max Preps handled the strength of schedule rankings on the girls' side. And, I do think that these are relatively good as far as the calculations are concerned. Hardest schedule, and there's not, to be honest, in the top 5 or 6, there's not an awful lot between them when you look at the pure numbers. They have Heritage Delray of the toughest schedule, St. Thomas at 2, Bishop Moore, which has not been ranked so far this year, I believe are 7-6. They have the 3rd hardest. Lake Highland Prep at 4, Pinecrest at 5, Ponte Vedra at 6, Bartram with number 7, Vero of the 8th toughest schedule, Berkeley Prep at 9, and Stoneman Douglas at 10. Those of you, who follow me know I put an awful lot of faith into strength of schedule, and it would be really, it's really important when you schedule your games over the years that you try to play tough teams. You will only get better by doing it. Okay, now on to the girls' top 15 for this week. Not a lot of changes, partly because not a lot of teams played a lot of games last week. Lake Highland continues holding on to the number 1 spot. American Heritage Delray still at number 2. St. Thomas, which has not played, at number 3. Vero Beach at number 4. We have Ponte Vedra at number 5. Gulf Breeze moves up 1 spot to 6 with Bartram's loss. Bartram falls to number 7. Pinecrest at number 8. Community School of Naples, number 9. Lake Brantley at number 10. Newsom at number 11. Berkeley Prep at 12. Steinbrenner at 13. Episcopal School, with a good win over Haggerty, moves up to 14 as Haggerty falls out. And Stoneman remains at 15. All the schools that I mentioned last week that I was considering are still in consideration, although Holy Academy is done with their schedule, so we're going to have to wait for playoff results before we can consider putting them back in the polls. On the college side, the women's polling came out. Inside lacrosse women, UF ranked 9th, Jacksonville in the top 10 at 10. We'll have the IWLCA tomorrow. Sunshine State Conference with their awards yesterday. On the men's side, Tampa swept all 3. Ben French on offense, Blake Ulmer on defense, Ross Dickerson as a specialist. Florida Southern swept the women, Haley Dalio and Brittany Yamelli. And in the AAC is almost always University of Florida pretty much takes all the awards. Brianna Harris on attack, Shannon Cavanaugh at midfield, Danielle Pavanelli as freshman of the week. Okay, get out to those games tonight. I haven't checked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in total, but I suspect we're not going to see a better night the rest of this week than tonight. You've got games in every region worth going to. I'm going to be going to Palm Beach Central, hosting Jupiter Christian, 2 coaches that I've known for, in Billy Allen's case, ever since I started writing for the site. And Chris Southard, I've gotten to know a little bit better over the last couple of years. 2 guys who have been there and done that and have been around forever down here, the true pioneers. Chris Southard actually was also the Palm Beach Atlantic coach at the club level. I'm really looking forward to getting out and enjoying that. So have a great day. Get out, watch a game, lay off the refs. This is Lee Roggenberg, Florida Lacrosse News, saying have a great day.